The Gir Forest National Park and Wildlife Sanctuary is a forest and wildlife sanctuary in Gujarat, India. Established in 1965, with a total area of 1412 km² and 1153 km² for the sanctuary, the park is located 43 km in the northeast from Somnath, 65 km to the southeast of Junagadh and 60 km to southwest of Amreli. It is the sole home of the Asiatic lions and is considered to be one of the most important protected areas in Asia due to its supported species. The ecosystem of Gir, with its diverse flora and fauna, is protected as a result of the efforts of the government forest department, wildlife activists and NGOs. The forest area of Gir and its lions were declared as protected in the early 1900s by the Nawab of the princely state of Junagadh. This initiative assisted in the conservation of the lions whose population had plummeted to only 15 through slaughter for trophy hunting. The April 2010 census recorded the lion count in Gir at 411, an increase of 52 compared to 2005. The lion breeding program covering the park and surrounding area has bred about 180 lions in captivity since its inception. Geography. Water reserves. The 7 major perennial rivers of the Gir region are Hiran, Sasan-Gir, Datadi, Junagadh, Mahundri, Godavari and Raval. The 4 reservoirs of the area are at 4 dams, one each on Hiran, Mahundri, Raval and Junagadh rivers, including the biggest reservoir in the area, the Kamleshwar Dam, dubbed the lifeline of Gir. During peak summer, surface water for wild animals is available at about 300 water points. When drought hits the area following a poor rainfall, surface water is not available at a majority of these points, and water scarcity becomes a serious problem. Ensuring the availability of water during peak summer is one of the major tasks of the Forest Department staff. Flora. More than 400 plant species were recorded in the survey of Gir Forest by Samtapay and Rezada in 1955. The Botany Department of MS University of Baroda has revised the count to 507 during their survey. According to the 1964 forest type classification by Champion and Schith, the Gir forest falls under 5 areas per *1 or Euro very dry teak forest classification. Teak occurs mixed with dry deciduous species. The degradation stages subtypes are thus derived as 5/DS1 dry deciduous scrub forest and 5/DS1 dry savanna forests. It is the largest dry deciduous forest in western India. Teak-bearing areas are mainly in the eastern portion of the forest, which constitutes nearly half of the total area. The forest is an important biological research area with considerable scientific, educational, aesthetic and recreational values. It provides nearly 5 million kilograms of green grass by annual harvesting, which is valued approximately at Rs 500 a million. The forest provides nearly 123,000 metric tons worth of fuel wood annually. Wildlife. The count of 2,375 distinct fauna species of Gir includes about 38 species of mammals, around 300 species of birds, 37 species of reptiles and more than 2,000 species of insects. The carnivores group mainly comprises Asiatic lions, Indian leopards, sloth bears, Indian cobras, jungle cats, striped hyenas, golden jackals, Indian mongoose, Indian palm civets, and rattels. Desert cats and rusty-spotted cats occur but are rarely seen. The main herbivores of Gir are chital, nilgai, sambar, four-horned antelope, chinkara and wild boar. Black bucks from the surrounding area are sometimes seen in the sanctuary. Among the smaller mammals, porcupine and hare are common but the pangolin is rare. The reptiles are represented by the marsh crocodile-haired tortoise and the monitor lizard in the water areas of the sanctuary. Snakes are found in the bushes and forest. Pythons are sighted at times along the stream banks. Gir has been used by the Gujarat State Forest Department, which adopted the Indian Crocodile Conservation Project in 1977 and released close to 1,000 marsh crocodile reared in Gir rearing centre into the Kamleshwar Lake and other reservoirs and small water bodies in and around Gir. The plentiful avifauna population has more than 300 species of birds, most of which are resident. The scavenger group of birds has 6 recorded species of vultures. Some of the typical species of Gir include crested serpent eagle, endangered Bonelli's eagle, crested hawk eagle, brown fish owl, Indian eagle owl, rockbush quail, pygmy woodpecker, black-headed oriole, crested tree swift and Indian pitter. The Indian grey hornbill was not found from the last census of 2001. Asiatic lion habitat, distribution and population. The Asiatic lion's habitat is dry scrubland and open deciduous forest. These lions were once found across northern Africa, southwest Asia and northern Greece. Now there are only around 411 left in the wild, and all of them are in or around the Gir Forest National Park. The first modern-day count of lions was done by Mark Alexander Winter Blythe, the principal of Rakuma College, Rajkot, sometime between 1948 to 1963, probably early in his tenure as the principal during that period. Even though the Gir Forest is well protected, there are instances of Asiatic lions being poached. They have also been poisoned for attacking livestock. Some of the other threats include floods, fires and the possibility of epidemics and natural calamities. Gir nonetheless remains the most promising long-term preserve for them. The Lion Breeding Program and Lion Counting. The Lion Breeding Program creates and maintains breeding centers. It also carries out studies of the behavior of the Asiatic lions and also practices artificial insemination. One such center has been established in the Sakabog Zoo at the district headquarters of Junagadh, which has successfully bred about 180 lions. 126 pure Asiatic lions have been given to zoos in India and abroad. The census of lions takes place every 5 years. Previously, indirect methods like using pug marks of the lion were adopted for the count. However, during the census of April 2005, block direct total count method was employed with the help of around 1,000 forest officials, experts and volunteers. It means that only those lions were counted that were spotted visually. Use of live bait for the exercise, though thought to be a traditional practice, was not used this time. The reason believed to be behind this is the Gujarat High Court ruling of 2000 against such a use of animals. Gir Interpretation Zone, Devlia, Gir National Park and Sanctuary does not have a designated area for tourists. However, to reduce the tourism hazard to the wildlife and to promote nature education, an interpretation zone has been created at Devlia within this sanctuary. Within its chained fences, it covers all habitat types and wildlife of Gir with its feeding-cum-living cages for the carnivores and a double-gate entry system. See also, List of national parks and wildlife sanctuaries of Gujarat, India. Girna, Kuno Wildlife Sanctuary is the site for reintroducing and establishing the world's second completely separate population of the wild free-ranging Asiatic lions in the neighbouring state of Madhya Pradesh, India. In situ conservation, wildlife conservation, city, references. 1. Official website, Forests and Environment Department. State Government of Gujarat, India. External links, Gir, the last abode of the Asiatic lion, Gir, the last home of Asiatic lion, Sasan-Gir National Park, Gir Forest in Gujarat, Deccan Herald, Gir registers highest ever lion count, Call of the Lion May 11, 2003, lions are leaving their lair in Gir, finding more space for the Asiatic lion, The Hindu, opinion, Frontline, a kingdom too small, Zoo Authority of India, info on Asiatic lion and its genetics, Translocating Asiatic lions, India from Reintroduction Specialist Group of IUCN Species Survival Commission, National Geographic, Asia's Last Lions, Gir Forest National Park Travel Guide from Wiki Voyage, Panthera Leo from Animal Diversity Web, Translocating Asiatic Lions, India August 1999 from Reintroduction Newsletter of the Reintroduction Specialist Group of IUCN Species Survival Commission, Asiatic L on Population and Habitat Viability Assessment. Asiatic Lion Information Center, Asiatic Lion Protection Society, Gujarat, India. Gir National Park and Wildlife Sanctuary, home to Asiatic lions, Forest Department, GOVT. Of the State of Gujarat, India Forest and Environment Department of the State GOVT. Of Gujarat, India, Principal Threats, Asiatic Lion, Species Page, Cat Specialist Group, IUCN, the World Conservation Union, Vanishing Herds Foundation, India comes to the rescue of Asiatic lion, Samrakshans the Kunno Initiative, Madhya Pradesh Regional Office, India.